Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports. The main event is just around the corner. Wilder versus Steverne 2. So I'm glad you've joined us for this big fight. The fight that not a lot of people really wanted to see, but I guess during the press conference and the weighing, people have accepted, okay, we're going to watch this fight because it looks like it could still be explosive. The big talking point has been people looking at Bermane Steverne's weight, weighing 254 pounds. He looks sharp at the workouts, but the weight of 254 pounds is a concern to Steverne supporters, to Deontay Wilder supporters. Their man weighed in at 220, I think, 215, 220. So he's light, similar weight he was for the first fight. So you expect Deontay to use his speed, his reach, his height and his footwork to move around the much heavier man. And the consensus is the later the fight goes, the worse it will be and it will hurt Steverne, who hasn't fought for almost 2 years. The weight of being 254 pounds will, in the later rounds, hurt Steverne. That's the consensus of a lot of people. And they believe that this time round, that Wilder will stop Bermane Steverne. The thought process is, well, he didn't stop him the first time round, but this time he will stop him. Both guys have spoke a lot of smack. Both guys, Steverne has talked about how he if he needs to, he would kill Deontay Wilder to get to the world title. And Deontay Wilder says he wants a dead man on his record. So both guys are talking about killing and stuff, which is pretty distasteful for both guys. But it is what it is. It's been a long time feud between Deontay Wilder and Bermane Steverne. And Steverne, since he lost the title, has had his mind focused on one man and one man only, and that man has been Deontay Wilder. We've been covering Bermane Steverne since he fought Areola in the second fight, or the first fight, and then he fought Areola again for the second fight, won the title to become the first Haitian to become world heavyweight champion. Since then, we've also followed Steverne basically throughout. We followed him in the build-up for the Povetkin fight that got cancelled at the last minute because Povetkin was found to have had PEDs. We've also covered Steverne when there's been various stories talked about him potentially fighting maybe Anthony Joshua. And we've heard all the stories in between, with Wilder being linked with other fighters, Wilder being linked with Dillian Whyte, linked with Anthony Joshua, linked with Josie Parker, linked with Tony Bellew. Well, you know, Wilder was linked with everybody else but Bermane Steverne, even though Steverne was the mandatory challenger. So now we're at a point where the Lewis-Ortiz fight was going to happen. And now Bermane Steverne is going to get what he wants. He's going to get the revenge. He's going to get the opportunity to take revenge, might I just say that. So let me just say something before this fight commences. I wish both guys the best of luck. For Deontay Wilder, for his legacy, he has to basically get rid of Steverne tonight. He has to get rid of him in destructive fashion to show that he has moved on as a fighter and that he really, should be counted as a very destructive heavyweight. Now, if he doesn't do this, and if he's to lose to Bermane Steverne tonight, or to look bad, or to go 12 rounds with Steverne, people will question his legacy. People will question, whether this guy really is the real McCoy. So, and if Deontay is to lose, he's really talked about retiring. I don't like to hear that in any fighter. So regardless of, we've covered Steverne over a 2-year period. I guess it's closure for Steverne in this area, but for Deontay Wilder, he in himself has to find redemption in the sense that he needs to do a number on Steverne, and for him, right the wrongs. So we can talk all we want. I can do all the talking I want. Steverne can do all the talking he wants, and Wilder can do all the talking he wants. But the bottom line is the two men have to get in the ring and do the business. Congratulations to Sean Porter, by the way, the new champion. But here we are now, the main event of the evening: Deontay Wilder versus Bermane Stiverne for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. There have been many shocks in boxing before, and this would be quite a major shock should Deontay Wilder lose his title tonight. What would happen if Deontay Wilder were to lose the title tonight? Well, it would turn the heavyweight division upside down. Potential fights against Anthony Joshua would be put to the wayside. Dillian White put to the wayside. And then we'd have to be looking at what direction the new WBC champion would be going in. So, it really is essential for Deontay Wilder to put on a performance tonight that warrants the backing of the man that believes he is the best heavyweight in the world tonight. Let's just talk and see the people in the room. I think it will be repeats this Shoaib. Shivers overweight. Hope he pulls through though, mate. I spoke to Stiverne a couple of hours ago. I asked him how he was feeling. He said he felt in great shape and he felt ready to go, and he's ready. So if he's saying he's great and he's ready and he's happy with his weight, then as long as he feels he's effective, then there can be no excuses. Stiverne and I need better before the fight starts. I got $800, so no one want this money. Somebody's put their telephone number there. Okay. Preston. Cord 2971 says Stiverne body shot to break Wilder's ribs. Okay. Great stuff. Doug Jones says, Yo Ingram, with my mate Jim for the big fight, I win £30 for Stiverne knockout, but just worried about his weight. A lot of people are. Chisora is finished. Well, eventually Chisora, his lazy, sloppy performances were eventually going to catch up with him, and they caught with him tonight. 2017 keeps delivering, says Eugene. Good to see you in the room, Eugene. Look to catch up with you about Eastern European boxing. We haven't done a show in a while. We need to do that. Here's to a good fight. Jim got Wilder KO between 3 and 10. Just do you know where we're at? Watch your prediction. No fight is here. No, the fight is not here. It's live on Sky Sports. But I'm just doing the audio commentary. Chisora can't get motivated anymore. He should call it a day. Now 8 defeats. He should do, really. I think the Dillian White fight, really, he should have won the Dillian White fight, in my opinion. And that probably affects his psyche. Plus, he's got a child now, and Chisora's not. I don't know. He's probably got quite a bit of money in the bank now. So, text me. I've got $800 on Stiverne. Bet me. Don't be scary. Why would I bet you? I'm commentating. Seen a view Tyson Fury before. Thinks Bermane is coming to fight in terrible shape. This is the same Tyson Fury. I remind lots of Fury fans that didn't he come into great shape when he fought Joey Abel, and he was out the ring less time than Stiverne was. So he came in terrible shape against Joey Abel. So he still boxed well against Joey Abel despite the weight. It's the moment of truth, Bayloric. Revenge says core 2971. Team Stiverne says Rico Khan, and the news says music quo. Hard shite. What time does it start? It starts now. There's gotta be a method to Stiverne's madness with his mate. Wait, I don't know. They're just advertising the Tony Bellew David Haye rematch December. I think it's December 16th. I think. So we'll see. They're just talking Haye Bellew here. As for Chisora, like I said before, his sloppy performances have finally caught up with him, and the guy was hungrier than him, boxed better than him, and You know, what can I tell you? You know, but Staverne's got no excuses, to be honest. Absolutely none whatsoever. He's got no excuses whatsoever. He's had a year and a half to prepare for the fight. So, you know, we've been following this guy long enough. So, to be honest, like I said, there are no excuses. The world wants Staverne. Staverne is not in bad shape. His muff tops are smaller than at the first weigh-in. Staverne can't give any space to Wilder. He's got to suffocate him. Any man can be beaten. Indeed, this fight has to be won on the inside. Staverne has got to stay. And for me, the strategy is this: Wilder's got boxed away, boxed last time. Jab, right hand. Don't allow Staverne to get any sort of momentum early. But he must not allow Staverne to get on him. He must not allow Staverne to allow him any space whatsoever. Staverne has to get on the inside of that right hand. He doesn't want to be on the outside that right hand. He needs to take the right hand away, slipping inside. How much of what James El-Bashir being in his corner, how much has that helped? So, you know, Wilder said a lot of things. Staverne said a lot of things. Wilder can be hurt. We've seen he's been vulnerable before. But, you know, we're just watching the first fight. So the thing is, if Staverne was dehydrated, I keep saying this, if Staverne was dehydrated from the first fight, if he really was dehydrated, then, you know, then we have a real fight. Because if Wilder's been preparing for the guy who was dehydrated, then, you know, we may have an interesting fight. So, but if Staverne was lying, I don't think he was. There's so many medical reports that can prove that, you know. Looking at guys here, Molina, Svilka, the last couple of fights of Wilder, he has been, you know, the two fights he had before, the Gerald Washington fight, you know, Washington was winning that fight. The Spilka fight, Spilka was outboxing him. But of course, the right hand took it, you know, the right hand, again, is a phenomenal punch. I feel Bermain's too heavy. Yeah, a lot of people saying that. A lot of people saying Staverne is on. Can you please give a clear shout at the bell for round one so we can sync the stream? Thank you. Okay, no worries. They're just showing Wilder. Wilder's big. If you look at all Wilder's knockouts, he's got the left hand straight and then the right hand comes behind it. If you give Wilder that space, that left jab, if Staverne is silly enough to leave himself on the end of that right hand, then, you know, he'll get what's coming his way. If he allows Wilder to extend the left jab and land that big right hand, it's trouble. You know, but for me, the key moment in this fight is when Staverne hits Wilder on the chin. That's the key point of this fight. If he hits Wilder on the chin early and he hurts Wilder, we have a very interesting fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. But he's got to hit Wilder early, hard and early on the chin and hurt him. They're showing all the Wilder KOs now. Now they're going back to Joe Washington fight. Last fight was in February the 25th. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 9 months. So you look at the Washington fight. It's as soon as Wilder was allowed to have space to land that right hand. There it goes. There it goes. Left jab, big right hand. That's how all his right hands have come. All his knockouts have come. The left jab and the big right hand through the middle. Staverne is going to gas and then get KO'd tonight. Well, possibly. Possibly. It's all possible. Staverne was looking a little chubby at the weigh-in. Unfortunately, Staverne due to get that work. Okay, so everyone's got an opinion. I understand a lot of people. Wilder is going to go in for the kill and get counted by Staverne. Okay. So let's look at it. Staverne 39, Wilder 32, 6'7" versus 6'2", 15 stone 10 pounds, 18 stone 2 pound 12 ounces, and 83 each versus 77 each. The reach is a key thing there. You know, As my trainer used to say, there should be no reason why Deontay Wilder should be getting nailed by Bermane Stiverne. But hey, because of the reach advantage. Now, debut 2008 to 2005, 38 fights to 25 fights for Stiverne, 112 rounds for Wilder, 107 rounds for Stiverne, 97% KO ratio for Deontay Wilder, 75% KO ratio. So arguably, Stiverne could be Wilder's the biggest puncher Wilder's faced in his career, still to this day. So, you know, can he be put down? Of course he can be put down. Can't believe, but Berman was that heavy. You believe? And so he says, surprised how empty the Barclays Centre looks. I do know as a fact that they've done a lot of strength training. I know that they did a lot of strength and conditioning. So we'll have to wait and see. The looks might be very deceiving, and the extra weight on him may just be strength. I know what Tyson Fury said. Tyson Fury says a lot of things. Tyson Fury came into a fight against Joey Abel in terrible shape. So you could actually count the tires on Tyson Fury. So, I mean, Tyson says a lot of things. Because Tyson says it suddenly becomes gospel. No, Tyson Fury himself in his own career has shown to come into fights overweight. So Wilder can't sell out a taxi stand. Not they do now. They're showing Joshua versus Takam. Why are they showing Joshua versus Takam yet again? They're showing Joshua getting hit on the nose or by Takam where the head clash. They're showing round 4, and they're just going for the Joshua. They're going for the Joshua fight. What I can't understand is why Deontay Wilder can't sell out. I mean, he does a lot of talking. He is an exciting heavyweight. I just can't understand why Deontay Wilder can't sell out, an arena. I'm baffled. Absolutely baffled. Why are they showing? I don't know why they're showing Joshua versus Takam. I've got no idea. I guess they're looking to compare the two fighters. Can't say I was overly impressed by Joshua's performance by Takam against Takam. I mean, at one point in the fight, I saw Joshua in the corner blowing really hard. Really, really hard. And that was, I think, it was a bad headbutt. But I thought Takam was, just watching the stoppage again makes you sick all over again. Okay, here comes Bermane Stiverne. Got a rapper coming to ring with him. Remember, he said that he would have a certain rapper. The rapper to ring. Here comes now. Here we go. This is it. This is the moment of truth, people. Bermane Stiverne just bending over, stretching, making a big step. Here comes Bermane Stiverne. Turns round, taps his chest, bangs his chest, raises it to the crowd. And in steps the ring, the mandatory challenger for the heavyweight championship of the world, Bermane. Beware Stiverne. Stiverne's in the ring now. It's on. The waiting's over. 2 whole years, almost 2 years of waiting for this fight. He's got his moment. He's just waiting around the ring now. He's just walking around the ring, just waiting. Yeah, no, where's this doing? Get back! Get back! Get back! Oh, it's funny stuff. Oh, it's funny. See, if you wanted to do a remix of that whole press conference, you could have got some real good sound bites out of it. I promise you. I promise you. I guarantee. I promise you. Here comes the Bronze Bomber. And guess who's coming to the ring with? None other than 50 Cent. Interesting, isn't 50 Cent part of Rock Nation? Well, you got a Rock. No, he's not 50. Is 50 Cent part of Rock? No, it's Jay-Z. My apologies. So 50 Cent is rapping the heavyweight champion of the world to the ring. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, to the ring. The Bronze Bomber, dressed in gold and black, with the very fearsome mask. But man wasn't even being aggressive. I think Mauricio was having a bad day or something. I don't know. Maybe he didn't want things to kick off. Slow walk to the ring from Deontay Wilder. And here comes the heavyweight champion of the world, the WBC. Heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Bronze Bomber Wilder. Wilder hops into the ring slowly. The champion of the world is in the ring. The WBC heavyweight champion of the world. The man who says he's the most destructive, the most dangerous heavyweight in the world. So it's on. No more talking. No more interviews. No more hating for the moment. Now it's about who is going to be tell and who's going to be show. Deontay Wilder says he's tell and Bermane is show. Now we need to find out the truth. We're going to know in the first round, or between the first and second round, we're going to know real quickly whether Stavern was dehydrated or not. We're going to know. It'll be interesting to see. Did you hear Eddie Hearn say Joshua will eat him when he told Wilder he's 15 stone 9 pound? Well, he's always been around this weight. What's new? No, he hasn't. He's always been around that weight. So no free knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. Cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Referee or doctor can stop the fight. Fight official after 4 rounds. Okay. I have to say, to boxing fans, because I've been involved with this whole journey in the last 2 years, I've got to say that the last time I was physically this emotional about a fight was when Holyfield fought Mike Tyson, and that night I backed Holyfield to beat Mike Tyson, and they said that Holyfield would get killed, murdered, he'd be dying back in an ambulance. So we'll see. We'll see. For me, Stavern's got to fight at pace. He can't start slow. I'm shaking. Come on, Berman. Don't let me down. Good evening, everyone. Isn't it great that you've followed the journey through BWTM Sports? You've been a part of this. Many men wish death upon me. Fitting song. LOL. This is redemption for this man. Can he make it redemption? He said to me, and he said to a lot of the people, anybody who's listening said, this fight, what's made it bad is that I believe I should never have got beaten by this guy. So you got 2 years to put something right, finally. Almost 2 years to put something right. So we're going to see now, is it repeat or is it revenge? I see this as a totally different fight. I don't see it as the first fight. I think it's a totally different fight. Both men have been injured. A lot of things have happened since. So we're going to have to wait and see now. It's showtime for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, with a record of 25 fights, 2 defeats, one no contest or 1 draw, with 21 wins by way of knockout. He is the #1 contender, the #1 ranked WBC heavyweight in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Bermane. Beware Stefan! Is he too heavy? We're going to find out. But what you would think is if he can push Wilder back to the ropes, use the double jab, push him back to the ropes, force him to the ropes with that extra weight. 50 Cent is a living legend. And now the champion, 38 fights, 37 wins, 37 by KO. He is the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Bronze Bomber Wilder. For me, I just want to see a great heavyweight fight. I want to be able to witness a great heavyweight fight. And if through this process, the heavyweight championship of the world ends up being on BWTM Sports, we've had Tyson Fury bring the title back home. Now, can another one of our heavyweights go out and do the business? I wish both guys the best, the very best. The most important thing is, apart from them giving us a great fight, what I really want for both guys, I want them both to be at their best, and I want the fight to win, to win. Whoever wins the fight, I want it to be a clean-cut win. So this is it now. Both men look pretty bone dry, but this is it. Stavern does look big. They're facing off, touch gloves. So here we go. This is it. Fasten your seatbelts, everybody. I've called this the Hagler Hearns of 2017. That's what I expect it to be in terms of the intensity. Thank you all for joining us. Let's just hope whoever wins the fight and whoever loses the fight goes home to their families safe. And here we go. Round one. Wilder off with a fast left jab. Jab, jab. Stavern back into the ropes. Wilder center of the ring. Hands down by the side. Stavern hands up tight. Can't afford to stand at distance with Wilder because they'll put a 1-2-3 in the middle. Stavern backs up. Wilder tries to step to Stavern. Does a shuffle. Wilder backs Stavern to the ropes. Stavern slips to the side. Hasn't done anything yet, Stavern. Just catches the jabs. Catching the jabs on his arm. Slipping from left to right, Stavern. Moving his head and slipping. Slipping. Catching the jab, though. And Wilder just trying to pull with the left jab. Stavern, again, slipping. Left, slipping the jab. Slipping the jab, slipping the jab. Wilder just flicking a left jab. Not with any consequence behind it at the moment. Just a flicking a jab. It's a bit of a chess match in the first round. A jab. Stavern slips the jabs. That's good to see from him. Big right hand from Wilder. Stavern walks in, keeps walking forward. Stavern walking forward. Wilder now back into ropes. Stavern. A lot of shimmying. Wilder backs up, puts his hands in the air. Bad. I hate when he does that. Jab, jab from Wilder. Wilder throws a 1-2 through the middle. Stavern catches it. Stavern walking forward. How good is Deontay Wilder right hand still? Jab from Wilder, still popping the jab. Nice jabs from Wilder. I like what I'm seeing from the jab. Stavern still staying on the outside, catching everything Wilder's thrown so far. Wilder says, come to me. Wilder throws a 1-2 and turns Stavern, and Stavern's down. Big right hand from Wilder. Stavern is down. Wow. Stavern says, okay. It's 35 seconds, 36 seconds to go. was a big right hand. And Wilder looks at Stavern. Right hand, left hand, right hand, down goes Stavern again. Oh dear. Oh dear. 13 seconds, 12 seconds, 10 seconds to go. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, and Wilder's is talking. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and the fight is over. My good Lord. Deontay Wilder stopped Bermane Stiverne in the first round. My God, how devastating was that? What a win by Deontay Wilder. That was devastating. That's the sort of win you need to be putting in the heavyweight division. My good Lord. That was tremendous. That was tremendous. Wow. Jesus Christ. That was a tremendous performance. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. That was an amazing performance by Deontay Wilder. Listen to me. That is an amazing performance. To knock a man out like that, that was tremendous. That was amazing. Deontay Wilder has made a big statement, and he needed to make that statement tonight. He really did. Absolutely. I mean, what can you say? We said do not stand on the right outside of that right hand. My God, that was amazing. That's not good. For Deontay Wilder, that's an amazing performance. Listen to me. That right hand is the best right hand in the heavyweight division. That was amazing. I can't say no more. And what did I say about Stavern and her being on the outside of that right hand? I said if he stays on the outside of that right hand, he deserves everything he gets. Absolutely everything he gets. And he stood on the outside of that right hand and he got what he deserved, to be honest. You can't stand on the outside of the right hand. Those right hands were some big shots there. Wow. I'm just telling you now. That is what you call a dangerous heavyweight. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those shots. Wow. That is devastating. That is devastating. Anybody who doubted Deontay Wilder now, we still don't know what the chin is like, but does it really matter? The best chin is the one that don't get hit. Do you really? Does AJ want any of that? Really? Honestly? Do you want, does any heavyweight in the world want to get hit by that right hand? What can you say? That was something very special there. Absolutely brutal. I mean, what more can you say? What more can you say? That was a tremendous performance by Deontay Wilder. Absolutely tremendous. Absolutely. The more you can say. You can't say anymore. You can't say, oh, well, you know, he was dehydrated or he wasn't fit or he didn't get time to prepare. He had a year to prepare for this fight. And he just did a number on Stavern. That is devastating. And I said for Deontay Wilder, congratulations, Deontay Wilder. What a performance. What a performance. Listen, when a man does good, you've got to give a man credit. And this man did absolutely brilliant. And that's all I can say. I can't say no more. There's nothing more I can say. Commiserations to Bermain Stavern. But my God.
All right, Morrow, thank you very much. Deontay, congratulations. That was quite a statement. How would you assess this first round? A lot of frustration had built up in you the past 9 months, hadn't there?
Man, Jim. First off, I'd like to give God the glory, man. Well, you know, if you give God the glory, he'll definitely give you the victory. Second of all, I'd like to dedicate this fight to one of my friends, brother. His name was Delroy Smalls. He died in police brutality, so may his family rest in peace. May he even rest in peace and may his family get peace and justice. Second of all, my brother's anniversary. His 34-year anniversary with his wife, Mildred Brown. Happy anniversary. Secondly,
Was it the fight? So the frustration that it built up.
So much frustration. So much frustration. Man, it just seemed like my career, man, it's been crazy. So many guys ducking, so many guys using BDs, you know, bagging me back. I just want to prove that I am the best. You know, I know I'm the best. I just want to prove that I am the best. And what great place. Brooklyn, baby, what's up, baby? The time to see one champion, one face, one name. You know what name is Deontay Wilder, baby.
You're going to fight Povetkin, Ortiz. The PEDs took them out. People question the people that you've beaten, but you're only permitted to fight the people who will fight you. And you have 39 wins now and 38 knockouts. So the frustration comes partly because those guys don't want to fight you or they're on drugs or whatever the circumstance may be. What do you do now to entice and somehow get Anthony Joshua into the ring so that the fans can see what they want to see and you can get the fight that you want so desperately?
You know, I've been waiting on that fight for a long time now. Me versus A Juice and J. Listen, mate. I declare war upon you. Do you accept my talent? Or you still gonna squabble as you piss? I've been waiting for a long time, baby. I know I'm the champion. I know I'm the best. Is you up for the test?
Now let's talk about Joshua in a moment. Since we had such a quick stoppage here, let's take a look and tell me in your mind, other than just delivering a severe beating, what this really proves against a guy who's fought once in 3 years, came in 15 pounds heavier, hadn't fought in 2 years. Tell us about it here.
Yeah, first off, man, you gotta give a props to Severn, man.
For what?
For you know, getting in the ring, man. It take a lot of courage, they take a lot of pride to step in the ring with somebody like me. So, you know, my hat goes out to him, my love goes to him, man. I want peace, man. We handle everything in the ring. We do what we gotta do in the ring, and man, at least he stepped up. You know, he was a clean fighter. He got in here. He did the best he can do, and our hats goes out to him. My prayers goes out to him as well, man. I love you, Severn.
All right. Here comes the end of the fight. Deontay, I bet you know it was over by now anyway.
I'm too athletic. I told y'all I'm mobile, I'm hostile. I got a heart of a lion. I am the king, baby. And ain't no heavyweight can compare to me. Ain't nobody got the agility, the feet work that I have. I move like a middleweight, man. The things that I can do in the ring, man, it's crazy. The things that I see in the ring, how I set these guys up. I'm very confident in what I do, and tonight I showed that.
All right, now let's get back to Joshua for just a moment. His promoter, Eddie Hearn, says you should come over and fight Dylan White. Will you do that if that's what it takes to get a fight with Joshua?
The thing about it, a king don't chase a peasant. King chase kings. I want Joshua.
Does that mean you won't have another fight until it's Anthony Joshua? What's the plan if he doesn't give you that fight?
If you don't give me that fight, then we got other plans, other routes that we have. You know, they trying to give me a peasant, as in Dylan White, but they don't want to put Joshua on that contract. Why should I go to England and fight a peasant without the king on the contract? You know, king don't chase peasants, like I said. You know, we throw lettuce at him and spoiled tomatoes at him. He can eat that. But the world wants Joshua.
All right, well, let me
want Wilder.
All right, let me
I want Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby.
Well,
No more hiding, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses. Let's make the fight happen. Let's see who's the best. I know I'm the best. Are you up for the test?
Will you go and fight him in England if that's required?
You know, my belt says the heavyweight champion of the world.
So does his. And he has
But the thing about him, between the difference between me and him, they rather stay in that safe haven over in England.
But will you go? There's the question.
I will go anywhere in the world, Jim. Anywhere in the world. When I'm about to go to Russia, I'll go to England as well too. So make the date. Don't wait.
All right. Let's hope it happens. Deontay, congratulations. Thank you.
Very entertaining stuff.
Listen. Let me get something straight here. That man's right hand. You stand on the outside of that man's right hand, you are in a serious world of trouble. I said that at the start of the fight. If Stiverne allowed Wilder to set him up with that left jab and a right hand, he deserved to get knocked out, and that's exactly what happened. Congratulations to Deontay Wilder. Listen, the man says it as it is, and you've just got to pay him all the attention in the world, to be honest. He didn't allow Stiverne to get out of first round, to be honest. Hit him hard, hit him early. Didn't allow him to even get into the fight. You now have to wonder, in terms of Bermane Stiverne, how much is actually left with him as a fighter. That's the question you've got to ask now. Whether Stiverne actually whether Stiverne can actually, you know, if that fight he had against Wilder took something out of him. That's the question you've got to ask yourself. You know, where does his career go from here? I mean, you've seen guys get brutally knocked out before, but like that, man, it's a bit of a pasting. I mean, I don't know what happens with Stiverne now in his career. Where does he go and what does he do? I suggest he's going to have to take a 90-day rest because he got knocked out. And then after that, I would suggest he gets back in the ring and get some more fights. And maybe he might try and challenge for another version of the heavyweight championship of the world. I don't know. It's a very, very sad situation for him. You know, very, very sad. You know, being the weight that he was obviously didn't help matters. It's a shame. Yeah, I think he would. I can't see. I don't know how Dean White would deal with because he was getting hit with straight right hands, and that was from Hellenius. Wilder should jump on it, negotiate a good deal, and cash in. Wilder is lanky built of 100 kilograms, over 200 meters gold, so easy to break a handle to. His strength is his weakness. Stiverne is done, needs to quit. Can't argue with there, man. Watching Dominic Brazil versus Eric Molina here. Oh. I think Brazil would probably have been a better fight for Stiverne, to be honest. Well, good right hands from Brazil. Knocks down Eric Molina in the 8th round. He's got Molina against the ropes, pounding him against the ropes here. Here comes Brazil. Here comes trouble. Dominic Brazil. Uppercuts from Brazil. Roughing Molina up against the ropes. Here comes Molina. Big right hand from Brazil. Referee stops the fight. Yeah, fight's been stopped. Dominic Brazil has beaten Eric Molina. So, 39 years old. I don't know what happens now for Stiverne. I really don't know. I don't know what to say. I really, for him, I don't know. But it's you know, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. But Deontay Wilder, you've got to say now, is the truth. You know, the way he was able to land. Look, I tell you something. If any heavyweight in the world is on the outside of that right hand, I would have thought, you know how Wilder fights. Why the hell would you stand on the outside of the right hand? I don't get it. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. All that training, all that work, all that stuff, and you get undone by one right hand. You know, he didn't even get into the fight. Wow. Wow. No more Stavern talk on this channel. The dude is washed up. All these months of talking it up, and we get a joke performance. If AJ gets hit clean, that's over for him as well. AJ would beat Wilder would beat AJ, moves too well and hits too hard. Stavern made his money. He's good, so he's good. Yeah, he did, but that I don't know. Is what it is. You stay out the ring that long, maybe the ring rust and all that stuff did get to him. I don't know, but I don't know what to say apart from congratulations to Deontay Wilder. What a performance once again. Yeah, we didn't learn anything new about Deontay Wilder, to be honest, apart from he's got that lethal right hand, and if you stand on the outside of right hand, you will get nailed. Looks like Joe Joyce gave it, like most likely gave him that work also. I don't know now. I don't know. Bashir told me that the sparring was competitive. But I guess if you're not out there, you don't know. And that's one of the things that you just don't know. Apart from you try and ask questions for interviews, of course. You try and ask other people for interviews, of course. But you now go back and wonder the first fight whether how much damage was done in the first fight to Severn. Now you go back and look at it. Then he got knocked down by Derek Rossi. You now wonder if that fight against Wilder, the first fight, finished him off. You just wonder how much he took out of him. Maybe when you get knocked out like that, your durability. Maybe that was more of a punishing fight than we think. Severn's a joke. All that talking and anger shit, and then the performance we get. Listen, you can't. Now you're kind of discrediting Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder shut that shit down. He said no. That right hand stopped all that. You got to remember, he got hit by arguably the biggest puncher in heavyweight boxing. So you got on the right at the end of that right hand. You name me a heavyweight in the world that would have taken that right hand, those right hands he was hitting Stavern with. I don't know how many heavyweights in the world will stand up to that kind of power, to be honest with you. Joe Joyce said he hammered Bermain in sparring. Looks like he was right. Who knows? A year and a half in the making for all this. It is. It's quite devastating, really, isn't it? You build up to a fight, you build up, you do, but again, when you deal with someone who's a big puncher like Deontay Wilder, what to expect? This adds to Wilder's stuff. What he did, what we all knew he could do. Dave Allen would walk right through him. Are you joking? Are you saying Dave Allen would walk through Deontay Wilder? Oh dear. If Fury comes in the ring out of shape, the same will happen to him. I agree. And he already talking about Joshua with no warm-up fights all over Sky Sports News. I know. That's the thing we need to be. This is something I mentioned about. He's been out of the ring for so long, and he talked about fighting Joshua next year. I think Fury should take that as a warning. Should take it as a warning. So, yes, again, congratulations to Deontay Wilder. I tell you. Yes, of course I'm joking, says Ricky Hackenham. Getting his glass demolished. I can't wait. I'm telling you. I mean, who else? I mean, thinking through the heavyweight division now, you've got Joshua. I can see Dominic Brazil being the fight that Wilder fight next, because there's no way I see AJ fighting Joshua next. Absolutely no way. After that performance, absolutely no way. You can't knock Deontay Wilder for this. You just got to give him the absolute respect. That's it. Hearn wouldn't take AJ to America because of the drug testing. That's interesting. Very interesting. I can't believe Stefan didn't even get one punch in. I can. Wilder hit with a tremendous right hand. What can you say? There's not much you can say. I thought Stefan died. What can you say? That was tremendous. That was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Absolutely. There's no way that Hearn's going to take that AJ fight. No way. No way. Absolutely no way. Listen, he would have done that same. Listen, I said to people, I backed Wilder to beat Ortiz in a similar fashion because I just thought Wilder, that right hand, if it lands on Ortiz, he's in trouble. Too slow. AJ's going down like when Vlad got him. This time Wilder ain't letting him off the hook. Watch AJ and Hearn play hide and seek with bullshit excuses. Stavern is probably piss. Trash talk is dangerous. You can't compare AJ with Stavern. I can, in the basis that if Wilder hits Joshua with that right hand, Joshua will go down the same way. Hearn is going to avoid 2020 for Wilder. This just put in another 2 years. I know. How many people in the room actually believe that if AJ gets that same right hand that Stavern got hit with, that AJ is going to walk straight through it? So I don't think it's any. I think who in the room actually believes that Joshua would walk through that right hand? Who in this room actually believes that Joshua will walk through that right hand? We all hope, but knew Stavern was done. Well, I now believe Wilder has AJ's number. AJ has shown he takes a big shot, he gets rocked and takes a good 15 seconds to recover. Exactly. The difference is Wilder can probably recover from an AJ shot, but they come in bunches. I'm not sure vice versa. Hell no. AJ going down may not get up. We will get Fury Wilder before AJ for sure. Ingram, I'm going live, brother. I'll join you in a minute. No heavyweight walks through that right hand. To be honest, I think Parker would go down with that right hand. I mean, who? I mean, it's all right. So Stern got chinned, but how many people in the heavyweight division would take that power? A right hand like that? I don't know. I don't know. If AJ comes in at 18 stone, you'll go to sleep 2 rounds. I hope this shut you up. What are you talking about? What? It's nothing to do with shutting me up. What do you mean about shutting me up, mate? Do you know what? I'm going to shut you up. That's for sure. While the Joshua is straight shootout 3 rounds. Question is that a better punch than Vlad's? For me, no. Ask how a slow, short, fat guy beat Deontay. Good question. But Deontay put it right hand was tremendous. That's all I can say to you. I like how Wilder does that running over to you like a radman shit when you just get knocked down. Yeah. No heavyweight in the world walks with that right hand. Stavern just happened to be the man on night that walked onto it. No heavyweight in the world. That right hand. Listen, I saw Povetkin get knocked down 5-6 times by that right hand. So, I'm sorry. Speed kills. Hearn will not risk the pay-per-view cash cow now. No chance. He'll fight Parker next. Tyson will fight Wilder before AJ does. Oh, yeah, of course. Absolutely, of course. So, I think that's about it. It's not much more to talk about. I'm going to join Bo on his channel and see what he's got to say for himself. That's it. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Wild Stavern 2. I think Dillian White will definitely be thinking twice after that. The case is now closed. What do you think afterwards? Was Wilder's Stavern's weight intentional? I don't know. I really don't know. I've got no idea. Thanks for streaming them. No worries. We took it. It was 2 years, but we took you there. And we did a lot of the build up for the fight. So tonight we're unfortunate for the channel, but it's not the channel who's fighting for the championship of the world. I guess he had flu this time. LOL. Tyson schools Wilder. But we'll see. We'll see. But I mean, wow. Again, awesome performance from Deontay Wilder. I'll see you on the other side. I'll be over on Truth and Facts Boxing with Bo Brand. That was explosive. That's all I can say. I'm going over to Bo Bland's channel, so join me over there. That was amazing from Deontay Wilder. I repeat, an amazing performance from Deontay Wilder. And I don't believe any heavyweight in the world takes that right hand. I don't care if you're Stavern. I don't care if you're Joseph Parker. I don't care if you're Anthony Joshua. That right hand and the end of that right hand, no. Nobody takes that. Nobody takes that. Thank you all for joining in. And don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments. There is closure for Wilder Stavern 2. Deontay Wilder retains the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. And for me, it's the best heavyweight in the world. Thanks for watching.